everybody, and welcome to the Crucible review of Lord High Fixer. First of all, let's take a look at those scopes. We have True Sight, Sure Shot, and lastly, we have Quick Draw. Moving on to the first perk, we're coming in with Rangefinder. In the middle column, we have Hand Loaded, Braced Frame, and lastly, Rifled Barrel, which is my perk of choice to use on this weapon. And the very last perk that we have is Army of One. So when I first took Lord High Fixer into the Crucible, I decided to run with the stability perks instead of running range perks, just because from my experience with hand cannons, if they're more stable, they hit more shots, and that's kind of what you want. But when I was doing that, I found that it was falling short, literally, of what I thought this hand cannon could actually do. So I was very underwhelmed, I wasn't feeling good about it, and decided to just try out every single one of the middle column perks. So firstly, I went to Hand Loaded because it doesn't give you any negatives, it just gives you extended range. And I found that it was a little bit better than me using Braced Frame, but I thought it could be improved upon even more so. So that's when I decided to change to Rifled Barrel, which gives you even more range, but it gives you a slower reload, which is fine if you have gloves that make you reload faster. As soon as I did this, not kidding, not gonna lie, not exaggerating, this became one of my favorite weapons currently in Destiny. As soon as I had that increased range, it was so much better. The shots felt like they were connecting more often, it felt more stable, it felt like I could win more gunfights, I felt more confident with it, and it just took this weapon from being underwhelming to being something that I thought was absolutely amazing. So if you do get a Lord High Fixer, I would definitely say that range perks are super good for it. And I ended up getting like 2 15 kill streaks in a row with this weapon. I ended up getting a breaker medal. I was just like, what is going on? What? It just felt extremely comfortable. And although I showed you guys the stats and comparing it to other hand cannons with the base stats, it's probably falling a little bit short again, literally in the range department. But as soon as you have especially Rifle Barrel, it has more range than most hand cannons. It has an extremely high impact, and the stability, just base stability, is actually in a really good place. So in terms of how this hand cannon feels compared to others, because I'm all about feels. Like, you can tell me the stats all you want, but if it don't feel good, I'm not gonna like it. Lord High Fixer feels very smooth. And if you are an avid hand cannon user, you will have had experiences with hand cannons that don't feel smooth. It feels like you're constantly battling against the weapon, trying to get it to connect its shots. Lord High Fixer doesn't feel like that. To me, it felt very smooth. I didn't even really feel like I had to pace my shots. I could shoot it as fast as I wanted to shoot it and feel comfortable that I was going to hit those shots. And generally, it just felt good. Smooth is definitely the word that I would use when explaining Lord High Fixer. It's smooth. It's just real smooth. Now, when comparing how this gun does actually perform in regards to other hand cannons and how I personally feel it stacks up against them, I would say that I honestly like it more than Hawkmoon, which is revered right now as probably the best hand cannon in the game. And although Hawkmoon has the opportunity to two-shot, it can two-shot, whereas Lord High Fixer is pretty much always going to be a 3-shot kill for the most part. I just find that the fact that I feel comfortable shooting it makes the world of difference. Like I said, I don't feel the need to pace my shots. I feel like I can just shoot people and not be careful. I don't want to be careful all the time. I just want to shoot things. See, this would have been a pentakill. What do they call it in this game? What's after breaker? I don't know. I don't remember. But that thing, 5 kills, it would have been, but I was slightly too late. It just feels great, guys. I would highly recommend that you just keep on grinding those Crucible packages, because not only do you get a longbow possibility of getting a longbow, which is of course the weapon that everybody wants, but Lord High Fixer is actually a very solid weapon to shoot for. I love it. It's gonna be perfect to pair with a Zen Meteor because you're gonna need a really good primary legendary, and Lord High Fixer can most certainly fill that spot. Now, I can't say if it's gonna be great if you don't have any range perks on it whatsoever. Maybe if you completely max out the stability, it would be great. Or if you have, like, I don't know, Hidden Hand or something, it'll make it awesome. I don't know. I can only speak about my role, and for me personally, running with range perks made it a billion times better than what it was when I was rocking the stability perks. So I am going to go ahead and give Lord High Fixer a solid A when it comes to how well it performs. I love it. I really do. And I honestly wasn't expecting much. Although it's a returning year 1 weapon, and of course a lot of people really liked it, otherwise it wouldn't have come back. I just didn't expect much because hand cannons in general, it's really difficult to tell if they're gonna be good or not, because some of them, you look at them and they look like they will perform well, but it ends up just missing shots. When it comes to the phantom bullets that everyone talks about, hand cannons are the masters of those things. Hand cannons love shooting things without actually shooting things. So I wasn't really expecting much, but I was definitely pleasantly surprised in how well Lord High Fixer did. Grind out the Crucible packages, guys. It's totally worth it. Zombie Apocalypse, Lord High Fixer, Longbow, they're all super great. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section if you have picked up a Lord High Fixer. What do you think of it? And also include the perks that rolled on your Lord High Fixer, because I want to know if mine are good or if there's better perks. I don't know. So let me know in the comment section if you do have one, and I'll speak to you awesome people later. Bye.